やっぱりすぐやることにしました。すぐ、あの後もうすぐ終わりそうだったもんね。なのでちょっとさらっと事件を解決したいと思います。名探偵が。さあ、これのさっきの続きからできればいいんだけど、ロードとかあんのかな。ロードができればいいんだが、できないかな。あ、やべ、最初からになっちゃったかな。まあでも、もう話、てか、どうやっていけばいいか覚えてるんで、とりあえず、解決か、さらっと。だから、ロードできるんだったらもうロードしちゃいましょう。現代人なんでね。短縮で。これで、ロードで、さっきの、あ、ないかな。これ、オートセーブ、すげえな。1分ごととかにしてるんだ、これ。ないっすね。ないんで、とりあえず、あ、探偵がいるはず。フィニアス・ウィットマン、今はね、すぐに違う人になるんだよ、君は。お金を装備しとかないとな。
That is Phineas Whitmer, the famous private investigator hired by Madame Carlyle this morning. I'm curious why he's here. Maybe you should do some detecting yourself, 47.
What was that noise?
A famous private investigator summoned by Alexa Carlyle has arrived at Thornbridge Manor. If you take his place, it may be an opportunity to get close to Madame Carlyle.
こっちにも落ちてるぞ。こっちにもお金が落ちてるんだよ。そう、こっちにもお金が落ちてるんだよ。そう、もうどんどん拾って。バカ、拾えよ。いや、見られてる。やばい、投げるもんがねえ。そう、入ってこい。
Why am I doing this? Don't we have security to deal with situations like this?
よし、危ねえ。なんかさっきと違ってうまくいかなかった。これどこに隠しておこうかな、これ。でもやっぱりちょっとお亡くなりになっていただくのが一番いいんだろうな。すまんけど。かわいそう。さあ、お金を回収してね。
Mr. Whitmer, thank God you're here.
どうも。
Can I take you to Madame Carlyle?
もう行きましょう行きましょう。
Yes, please.
すぐ行
If
き
you
ましょう。
follow me. I know I oughtn't say anything, but I'm so relieved you're here. Everything's just so strange. Preparing for Madam's funeral, and then she turns up alive. But then the awful business with her brother Zachary, and all this security.
Looking good.
I've never seen the place guarded like this, and I dare say I don't like it at all. This is what I mean. You have to be patted down before you see Madame Carlyle
Right.
inside. Oh, I could just cry.
オッケーオッケー。今回はここに置いときましょう。はい、いけます。いけますよ。サクッといきましょう。あれ、
Sir, I
はい
will have to
ど
check
うぞ
you
どう
if
ぞ。
you want to pass, okay?
いくらでもま
Just
さぐってください。
relax. You'll be on your way in a sec. Okay, let's go, sir.
はい。
Thank you.
Mr. Whitmer, thank you for
Domo.
coming on such short notice. A great tragedy has
あれ、
fallen
さっき
upon
いたっ
us, and
け
I need a
この
quick
人。
resolution, handled with absolute discretion.
Results and discretion are my
さっき
specialty.
喋ったっけな、この人と。
I suppose you will want to start at the crime scene.
In my experience, a thorough examination of a potential crime scene is half the job done.
Good. Fernsby will take over from here.
I am Mr. Fernsby, the butler.
いきなり執
Madam
事だった気
Carlyle
がする
has
んだよ
asked
な
me。to assist you in any way possible. Mr.
Right.
Whitmer, I understand that you've travelled from London.
悪い
Do
や
you
つ
care
も
for
知っ
some
てんのかな。
refreshments? Or do you prefer to go straight to Mr. Zachary's sleeping quarters?
ちょっとね、バール取ってきますわ。君の部屋とか調べなきゃいけないから。この辺にどこだっけな、なんかカメラのとこ、カメラの人がいるところらへんにあったんだよね。
Did you give the Fitzpatrick token to Madame Carlyle's daughter?
Rebecca? Yes. She's insistent, that one. She kept asking all kinds of questions. Who had the other one? Why I gave it to her, that sort of thing. You did make sure she didn't see you give the other one to the butler?
Of course.
オッケーオッケー。違うんだよ、バールだよ、バール。このあれ、こんなのさっきなかった。この辺にこのミッションストーリー、マジカメラ撮るやつ謎だったから無視しましょう。あ、これは斧か。この辺に
A safe in Madame Carlyle's office. I bet that's where she keeps the file on Arthur Edwards.
あ、あそこだ。
On top of everything, Rosie thinks she's in love with young Patrick.
あった。
I mean, that's a
あれ
breaking heart happening if I ever saw
よ
one.
し。
Life can be tough sometimes.
And that detective asked to come here. Madame Carlyle must believe Zachary was murdered.
もう完璧です。全部こじ開けていくかな。
Mr. Whitmer,
はい、お
are
願
you
いし
ready
ま
to
す。
inspect the crime scene now?
行きましょ
I am.
Very well. If you'll follow me, sir.
う。行きましょう、行きましょう。この極悪人め。
I feel obliged to point out that current affairs surrounding Madame Carlyle are of a delicate nature. You may be familiar with the recent announcement of her death. You will probably learn that a staged funeral is scheduled to take place
歩
tomorrow.
け早く。
Madam's children were not informed until this morning that their mother was in fact not dead at all. so please bear with them if they seem affected by the rather unusual
Please stay
situation.
絶対にこの服を脱がないんだからな、今回は。
To remind you that there will be consequences if word gets out that Madame Carlyle is still alive.
I'll consider her dead when I leave.
やべえなこいつ。
Before you inspect the crime scene, I will tell you this. The case concerns the death of Mr. Zachary, Madame Carlyle's younger brother. He was found dead in his bed this morning. The door was locked from the inside, and a suicide letter was found in his room. However, Madame Carlyle suspects foul play and will not accept that he took his own life. I've prepared some information for you, so please do come and see me when you've finished your investigation of the crime scene. This is Mr. Zachary's room. To my right.
Right.
A locked room murder mystery, 47. I trust you'll get to the bottom of this.
まずカメラで。
Why don't you use your camera to scan the dead body, 47?
Throat markings indicate a rare, short-lived plant poison killed him. Spread shows time of death at around 10 o'clock last night.
You do know your poisons, 47.
A hidden door.
It's a secret passage. This could explain how the door was locked from the inside.
これだって出ちゃうから。あ、見取り図。
A photocopy of the floor plans. Somebody's been researching the secret ins and outs of Thornbridge Manor.
で、あと衣装ね、衣装は、あ、そうだ。パソコン見て。
Zachary was shopping for new Wellingtons last night. Not exactly what you would expect from someone suicidal.
衣装。
Zachary's suicide note. Also, a sample of handwriting. It could be relevant to compare to other samples to establish its authenticity. I believe you've done a thorough search of the crime scene, 47. Maybe it's time to see the butler. I'm curious about the information he's prepared for you.
極悪人目。どこだ？下か。どうやって行くんだっけ、下って。
Stop pacing, for God's sake, Emma.
Why don't we get any kind of explanation? It's bloody rude, that's what it is.
急げ急げ。あ、いたいたいた。おっさん。
How's everything coming along, Elaine?
Very well,
Mr.
Fernsby.
Mr. Fernsby, I'm done with the
喋ってんじゃないよ。
Did you establish a time of death?
Zachary
10
died
時だ、10時。
around 10 o'clock last night.
Well, that means the staff were off duty. And Madame Carlyle and her security didn't arrive until this morning. That leaves Madame's family and myself as the only persons here when he died. And before you ask, no, I do not have an alibi. I was alone in my office at the time of death. Here is the material that I've prepared for you. It's a list of the possible suspects and their quarters. Hopefully that will help you keep track of your findings. Please come and see me when you've solved the case, and I will take you to Madame Carlyle.
すべて理解した。
This is very useful information, 47. So how does one solve a murder mystery, 47?
Can you tell me where you
Motive,
were yesterday
means, and
evening?
opportunity, I believe. May I suggest you ask the suspects for alibis? Or perhaps do you prefer searching the manor for clues first?
Don't tell Mother, okay? She's really tense these days, and the last thing I need is more hassle. I took that pretty blonde, Rosie, for an evening stroll. I mean, how the fuck am I expected to cope for an entire weekend in this shithole? I'm bored out of my mind. If that's all, I think I'll get back.
What did you think of Zachary?
Creepy as hell. No ambition. Imagine deciding to live in a museum. You know, Father says Zachary and Alexei used to be two of a kind. He had a great future ahead of him. Then suddenly, he just gave up everything. What an idiot. Thank God Daddy chose looks and brains over pedigree when he married Mummy. I don't have to worry about the inbreeding so customary in these circles. So, is that...
Did you see anything suspicious last night?
No. I reckon Zachary topped himself. I know I would. Or perhaps Mr. Fernsby. I don't like him. He could have done it.
正解だよ。OK。でも、ちょっとビリヤードのボールだけ危ない。ちょっともらいますね。さっき役に立ったんで。
Maybe that's where it is.
What is?
My lost button. The one you couldn't find at the graveyard. Wouldn't it be a good idea for you to go and look for it? Now?
A good idea. Yes.
ボタン、やつより先に見つけたいな。
Aye.
Can't you just relax for a minute?
こっから行けば近いのか。ボタンボタン。
Be 100 years old at least. I don't know how the British.
I don't believe for a second that Zachary committed suicide. We'd only just run through his plan for the Prince Evening yesterday.
ねえじゃねえか。
I'd say worried about how Gregory and Emma taking over. I said to let him stay here. Ethel was sure Emma would throw him out first chance she got.
ここにもあるバール。2バール手に入れたわ。全然ないじゃん。ないっすね。操作に戻ります。お前さっき頼まれてたやつじゃね？めちゃめちゃサボってるじゃん。まあいいな、そんな時もあるよ。いたいた。
Gregory Carlyle, can you tell me where you were yesterday evening?
Well, you're wondering about my alibi, Mr. Detective. Well, I left Thornbridge around 8:30.
そうなんだよ。君は潔白なんだよ。
Quiz night at the
座っていいかな、僕も。
On the other hand, staying here with Zachary, my obnoxious sister, and the wife sporting another one of her headaches would have been a fate worse than death. The short of it, Zachary was very much alive when we left. I stayed for the last shout, and I was back here just before midnight. Anything else you want to pry?
Tell me about Zachary.
Zach? Huh. Such a sad old sod. A bit heavy on the bottle. But who could blame him? Only company he had was his rare plants and mother, who travels more than she stays here. Honestly, I can't say which is the bigger ball. He's better off dead. Is that all? Not very...
Anything else you'd like to tell me?
Nothing really.
OK.
I'm just enjoying the show.
無罪。
Our perfect mother obviously fucked up, didn't she? Faking her own death. You know, she's explained nothing to us. I think she's scared to own up to her own mistake.
Emma Carlyle, can you tell me where you were yesterday evening?
Surely I'm not a suspect.
I need to account for everyone.
Well, I spent the evening with my family, but I got an awful migraine and had to take to bed. Everyone can attest to that. I believe I went up when the boys sat down for a drink around 8 o'clock. Is that all?
How did you feel about Zachary?
I might as well be honest. His presence was always awkward. How do you have a meaningful conversation with a man who only cares about plants? In my opinion, Alexa bears some responsibility for how this ended. She supported his self-limiting behavior by letting him live here. Anything else you want to know?
Have you noticed anything else out of the ordinary?
Nothing special comes to mind. Except, perhaps, I did get a feeling that Zachary was depressed, not just sad. I suppose he realized that he had no one with Alexa gone. Even Alexa must feel the pangs of guilt over that one, letting him believe she was dead. Then again, guilt isn't her strong suit.
OK 死刑です。
Rebecca Carla,
す
can
げ
you
え
tell me about
いい
yesterday
ね。
evening?
君はここで
We
話を
don't
聞くこ
really
とに
see
しよ
much of each other, my brothers and I.
う。はい
I suppose it takes our mother's funeral to bring us
Hey.
together, and even then, it's not like we sit in
Hey.
each other's laps. Now, let's see.
Hey.
Patrick, Gregory's son, disappeared
Hey.
straight after dinner. You know, I think he might be in some sort of trouble.
巻き込まれてる
Edward
のは
wanted
お
to
前
as
だ
well,
よ。
but Gregory convinced him to stay for a few drinks before they went off for a pint at the local at 9:15. I swear Gregory enjoys Edward's discomfort over staying here. I had a conference call with my New York office at 9, so I spent 3 hours on my laptop in my room
君は無
and
罪。
went straight to bed afterwards.
無罪
I
だ
don't know
け
about
ど、
Emma. She did act a bit strange.
今肩甲骨がパンパン
You
にな
know,
って
I
る。
bet she was making lists for changes needing to be done once she gets her hands on Thornbridge Manor. Quite the shock she had when Mother arrived during breakfast. Is there...
Tell me about Zachary. Did he act strange last night?
おかし
You
な
know,
やつ
now
な
I
いです
mention
か
it, he was a lot more chatty than usual. He wanted to know about my connections in the publishing business. Apparently, a friend of his is writing a book, which strikes me as very peculiar. I didn't think he had any friends.
Anything else you feel like mentioning?
何か
I may be wrong,
何か言っておきたいことある
but I
か
saw Mr. Fernsby, the butler, leave Zachary's room early this afternoon.
ほうほ
And he seemed a bit startled when he saw me in the hall. It's probably nothing. Oh, and one more thing. Please
ドア
be
が
kind
痛いって
to
こと
Edward. He can only take so much. Is there anything else you want to ask me?
ないです。こっちです聞きたいこと何かありますか。さよなら。Yeah.
Professor Edward Carlyle, can you tell me your whereabouts for last night?
Oh, yes, this dreadful business with Zachary. I stay at the local inn.
こっ
You
ち
see,
向
I
いて
prefer to
喋れ
spend
よ
the night here at Thornbridge Manor.
おい
My brother Gregory came along for a nightcap. He would never admit it, but I think he understands that I find this whole thing upsetting and wanted to provide some comfort. I believe we went to the Stag's Head around 8:30. Anything else I can do to help?
Can you tell me about Zachary's behavior last night?
I certainly didn't expect him to commit suicide. Sure, he was upset by Mother's supposed death. We were. But he seemed more engaged than usual. You should ask Rebecca. They had a long talk.
Okay,
Did you
okay.
know that he hadn't left Thornbridge Manor in nearly 50 years? His plants, Mother, and the staff, all the company he had. If that's all, I have a speech to write.
Did you notice anything else out of the ordinary?
You mean apart from the fact that we came here to bury our mother and she shows up alive and kicking? Zachary found dead in his bed this morning? Or perhaps that the planned funeral is still taking place and I have to do the eulogy? And Mother will surely have a strong opinion on it afterwards.
休めもうエドワードそうだな OK これでアリバイは OK でグレゴリーも OK であれだ違うスタッフルームに行ってやばい地理覚えてきた
But he was such a gentleman. He gave me his coat and all.
なんだよね
Rosie, You need to forget about Patrick. No good's gonna come of it. Stick to
こ
your
のお
own
ばちゃんは
kind.
な、
You mean like
い
Chris?
つも
He treated me
邪
like
魔。
shit. All he wanted to do was play his stupid video games. Never any romance. I deserve romance.
Rosie, tell me what you did last night.
I'm in trouble, aren't I? I spent the evening with Patrick. We met after dinner and I went home at 1 in the morning. He said he needed someone real to talk to. When he looks at you, it makes you feel like the center of the universe. Like a real princess.
But now he just ignores her.
Well, he's under a lot of pressure.
He's an idiot. That's what he is.
Did you notice anything out of the ordinary? Any strangers outside the house?
いたでしょうよ。
No, we saw no one
いや、
outside.
嘘だね。
Except Patrick's mother, Emma.
そう。
We were sitting on the bench behind the greenhouse talking when she came out and we had to hide. You won't tell her about me and Patrick, will you? She'd insist Madame Carlyle fire me. I'm sure of it.
Too right she will. She's always going on about how things will change once she's in charge of Thornbridge Manor.
OK。これで確定でしょ。んで次は
So 41 guests will attend the funeral tomorrow.
レベッカの部屋に行く前にはい、ドーン。
Zachary's diary. This is big. He was about to confess to the world that he and Alexa murdered their older brother Montgomery 46 years ago. And apparently, Mr. Fernsby helped make the murder look like an accident. And 47, the handwriting doesn't match the suicide letter in his will, proving he didn't write it himself.
これででももう全部開けられるから。 上行ってちょっと皆さんのお部屋を見せてもらいますよ。すげえ早いな。はい、失礼しますよ。またお前ほらいつも触って。これ戻っちゃった。 あの執事がいるとちょっとやりにくいな。
I received the vault token for the Milton Fitzpatrick London Bank. Did I understand correctly that I should give it to Rebecca in case of your death?
Exactly. She holds the other one. I want her to have the file on Arthur Edwards if I die.
You're not fearful she'll be in trouble if she knows?
She will start digging when she realizes things don't add up. Inevitably getting her in trouble. I'd rather she knew who she's up against. She's clever and resourceful. Who knows, maybe she'll be able to hit him where it hurts.
Greetings, sir.
But I don't want her to get involved prematurely. Hopefully she'll never have to get involved at all.
誰の部屋だっけな。あ、ここ死体のある部屋じゃん。ここじゃないよ。こっちかな。あ、こっちはこっちはダメだ。
That is the door to Rebecca's room.
はい、失礼します。これでアリバイ確定。
I can see from the log that Rebecca was in a conference call from 9 p.m. to midnight last night.
あ、そうだ、ここ危ねえところだ。ここ通んなくていいんだな、別に。で、レベッカ確定の
Hello, sir.
That American lawyer in the small office, did you check his travel documents? I bet he's done. Good.
これまっすぐか。エマとグレゴリーの部屋に行って、
That door leads to Emma and Gregory's room.
どこだっけな、証拠。あ、これだ。これ。
Now this is interesting, 47. A letter from Emma's mother
ここだ、
stating
や
that
べえ。
Emma is the illegitimate child of Alexa's
やべえ、
late
風呂。
older brother, Montgomery. And listen to this. She claims to have witnessed Alexa and Zachary murder
あ
him.
った、やべえ、風呂。
The plot thickens.
鍵がどっかにあった気がするんですが、あ、ここか。
A keychain pendant for the greenhouse. What's that doing in Emma and Gregory's room, I wonder? And why is the key missing?
あとは全員の部屋行ったか。エマとグレゴリーの部屋、レベッカの部屋、オフィス、秘密の部屋。ザカリーの部屋は行ったでしょ。レベッカの部屋、エマ・グレゴリーの部屋。待って、どういうこと。オッケーオッケー。とりあえず、あれ、エマまだあそこにいるじゃん。外出ろよ、早く。全部見たよな、もう。証拠は揃ってるはず。疑いあり。下に行きたいです。分かってんだぞ、ここで悪口言うの。ほら、また目の前で悪口言って。
Must admit, he's pretty good.
What if he believes we had something to do with Zachary's death?
Oh, please.
He's circling us. I don't see him snooping around your sister. I bet Alexa said something.
If I could be bothered, I'd be worried about your mental health, Emma. But sorry, I'm having too much fun enjoying the circus.
ほら、行きな。お外に行きな。
Listen, Gregory. Something's off. Pruitt got word his motion was rejected. We all signed the bloody thing 4 days ago.
Oh, dear God, not this again.
So I got hold of the officer. He says it was finalized, but then how can it be withdrawn?
Just wait a few days. I'm sure it'll sort itself out.
あれ？あ、いるか。ハンマーもらいます。 温室開けたいんだけど2人ぐらいいるんだよな。でもいきなり開けてたら変か。
Mother spent the last week at her Cyprus estate. Am I right?
I'm not at liberty to say, ma'am.
Oh, come on. I need to know what's going on. This affects me too, you know.
エマ早く行ってくんねえかな。まだいんのかこんなところに。早く行けよ。早く行きなさい。そんなん見てなくていいから。羊と話すか。どこにいんだろう。
What is it?
Elaine says she saw her on the top floor, stroking the door to Alexa's office. I kid you not.
She can't wait to get her hands on Thornbridge Manor.
Did all the groceries arrive? I heard some of the delivery people were unhappy with the security at the gate. But what is safe with Ethel? She never misses a step. Gossiping and work both.
Fate funeral tomorrow. Zachary found dead upstairs today. Death is everywhere. I never thought of it that way. Oh God, it's such a big responsibility.
いないな羊ちゃん。あれ、いた。
Mr. Fernsby?
Mr. Whitmer, you have enough evidence to present your case for Madame Carlyle?
No, not yet.
Come and see me when you do.
Hi there.
まだいるな。全部探したと思うんだけど。
How are you today, sir?
確定疑いあり疑いあり。あれエマとグレゴリーの部屋1個足んないもしかして。これなんか見つけられてないのかなもしかして。6個中5個だもんな。あれさっきも6個中5個だったっけ。秘密の部屋を全部見つけなきゃいけないのかな。
Plans up when I try to get an explanation. Not even an apology. I mean, believing our mother dead is not exactly how I'd like to spend the week, and then she shows up like that. I nearly shat myself. I mean, she really topped her usual icy self this time.
Well, I don't know why you're so upset.
Do you realize how much I've had to deal with since her cousin's death?
いや、もう証拠があるっぽいとこがないけど。とりあえず杖もらっとくか。これだけ秘密の部屋がないのかな、ここだけ。眩しい眩しい。シャンデリアでしょあれ。なさそうだな。カミソリ。レベッカの部屋も行って、2個中1個。3個中2個。
You faced great obstacles too, I know.
Hello there, sir.
あれどこだ。
We will persevere. It is my duty to make that happen.
俺こっちから来たんだよな。こっちか。あ、違う、こっから来たのか。こっから来たから。
Greetings, sir.
ザカリーでしょ。なくない？ないよね。ない。もうエマがあそこに行っててくれれば話は早いんだ。もう終わるんだ多分。怖い怖い怖い怖い怖い。アクロバティックな。 降りたいんすけど。え、降りれないな。普通に出るか。といてくれよ。いるかな、エマちゃん。
I will never again meet someone like Zachary. I can't bear to think what will happen to all his rare plants now.
Come on, Oliver. I understand why you're so upset. It's such a shock to all of us.
いるかな。なんかいなそうな気がするんだけど。
It feels like I can't breathe in here. The tension is off the charts.
No strawy edges of sharp. No weeds on the gravel. I could go on and on.
オッケー。バレずに行けたがここにいないとダメなんじゃないか。
Broken lab equipment. It looks like it was recently used, though.
Now Zachary won't get to see process.
ボートの鍵。ボートの鍵は見つけた。レンチ直せんじゃんこれで。やば、毒を製造する。これが証拠だ。ボートってどこにあるんだろ
I doubt that's true, though. No, he was here when the safe in Madame Carlyle's office was repaired last week. He had to carry some heavy bolt to the top floor. He complained about back pain for the entire weekend.
Well, that's just bonkers. Why lie about a trip to Denton? Who does that? Bahamas, perhaps? Seriously, Denton? What a knob.
何を言ってんだ。
I will never again meet someone like Zachary. I can't bear to think what will happen to all his rare plants now.
Come on, Oliver. I understand.
ボートボート。ないじゃんボート。 あれボートか？あれボートじゃねえな。容疑者を尋問しってあれなのかな。まだ話しかけなきゃいけ、あ、ユニコーンの角じゃん。これ取ったら怒られそうだからやめとこう。まだ話さなきゃいけない人がいるってことか。君か？君じゃないね。ここに違うよね。違う。あとはレベッカとメガネ小僧。
Did you find out if the vote was notarized? But how the hell did that happen? No, we all signed it. I gave it to him in person. He says he got it notarized the very same day.
バスルームではなさそう。石鹸。メガネボーイどこだ？
Sure am, Mr. Fernsby. Coming
あ、
along
いた。
just fine.
I trust Mr. Patrick is not interfering with your work. We need everything ready for tomorrow.
He's just
どういうこと？
bored,
全
I
員
think. I can work while we talk.
Just leave it at talking, Elaine. Mr. Patrick is not acquainted with how things are done here.
こいつらは本当に本人がいるところで。
Mr. Patrick, can I do anything for you?
Yes, actually. Could you speed up time so I don't die from boredom? I fear I may not survive an entire weekend in this shithole.
Perhaps a brisk walk in the garden would do you good.
I said speed up time, not my passing. Now just go away, will you?
Of Mr. Fernsby?
Mr. Whitmer, you have enough evidence to present your case for Madame Carlyle?
No, not yet.
Come and see me when you do.
あと誰よ？もういなくない？容疑者って。ザカリー、グレゴリーダメだったでしょ。エドワードもダメだったでしょ。ダメ。どういうことやねん。みんなもうみんなもう喋ったけど何にも出てこねえけど。なんかおかしいな。何が違うんだろう、さっきと。写真ってやんなきゃいけないのかな。写真やっか。写真やって外に出したら変わるのかな。操作が
Hey, you! You dropped something.
Okay. Don't move. I'll go check.
Don't worry, mister. I ain't going nowhere.
これで、はい、こう。
Hey, I need help, please. Wake up! Something's very wrong. I just saw a man without any clothing, and I think someone should probably look into it.
どこ隠せんだっけ？
Okay, I'll deal with it now.
どこに隠したんだっけさっき。忘れした。あ、ここか。
Command, do you read me? Over.
ついにここが役に立つ時が来た。
Get up. Can you tell me anything about who we're looking for?
I didn't see him.
Oh, come on. Seriously?
There's nothing here. Scan the area. I will not have any surprises.
いないよ、もう。その辺にはいないです。オッケー。この杖を捨てましょう。んで、写真を撮ったら外に出てきて、それで変わるとかなのかな。これもしかしてこれ変装してどうなるんだろう。あ、大丈夫か、よかった。あれ、お前カメラマンじゃねえか。やばいよ、2人いることになっちゃう。やばいって、それは。大変なことだよ、それは。2人いるっつうのは。
Oh, sounds like the power's back up. Why don't you take a picture to test it?
さらっといきましょう、さらっと。さらっと撮るよ。はい。はい、チーズ。はい、チーズ。最高。
It works. I'm ready for the shoot.
Perfect. I'll call the family down now then.
よろしく。早く呼んできて。
Excellent, 47. Madam Car...
しっかりセーブしときましょうか。
Carlyle is on her way down for the family photo shoot. Let's see if any memorable moments will play out in
い
front
や、
of the
来るな、
camera.
来るな、来るな。来るんじゃない。来るんじゃない。やめろ。
Down by the fountain.
Go 早くしてくれよ。
My mother will have things back in order in no time. That's what she does. Create precise order in all her affairs, never letting coincidence touch her.
It's just in front of the fountain.
If you just stopped craving her approval. You're nearly 50, Edward.
おばあさま早く。
But you're not. You're a professor, you're artistic, you've got your music. I mean, that's really something.
It's not exactly expanding the Carlisle Empire, though. But thanks. That does help a little.
I wonder if he does headshots.
あいつは不審に思わないのかな。
I wish he'd hurry up. This place is sucking the life out of you. It won't hurt you to relax for a bit.
Right ahead, please.
I expect you to be
やばいってやばいっ
efficient.
てやばいってやばい
I
って。
have a
オ
lot
ッケー
to
オッケー
see
オッケ
to
ー。
today.
わかったわ
I'll
か
do
った。
my best.
バカバカバカ絶対取れないじゃん。そうこれは絶対に無理。それだと絶対に無理。
Listen, everyone. I understand that you have a lot of questions. Please be patient for a little longer. I will address you in the sitting room afterwards. Right, get in position. Let's get this over with.
今だ、今しかない、今しかない。この様子のおかしい。
Chin up, Edward. No one wants to look at that long face.
You're such an idiot, Gregory.
I'm fine, Rebecca.
Fine. You
取るよ
look
取るよ
like a
取るよ。
nervous wreck.
Stop bickering.
Well, Mother, you certainly know how to lighten them.
That will be enough. No need to spend the entire day here. Please,
Ugh.
everybody, go to the sitting room. I need to speak to you all.
あ、でも本当にそうかも。
I want to stress that I expect absolute discretion about everything
Would
you've
you like some
witnessed
help
today.
writing the
No
eulogy?
one will ever know I was
I can
here.
draw something up
Good.
in 15 minutes.
Are you coming, Mummy?
I just need some fresh air.
I must do it on my
I'll be in shortly. You go in.
Oh my God, I'll never understand the two of you. Gregory is going out of his way to shock Mother with his laziness and neglect, and you self-destruct in your attempt to please her. She's equally hard on the two of you, don't you see? It doesn't make any difference how you are.
I didn't need to know that I really tried.
I wish I could just shake
Okay,
some
okay,
sense
okay, okay.
into you, all of you.
セーブしよう。ちょっとね、なんかさっきと違うことが起きてるっぽくて、謎でしかないな。一回セーブしたんで、また明日とかにしよう
I'll
かな。
wait till everybody...
あ、これでなりそうなんで、いいところから進められそうだから、こっから先明日やりますね。一回終わっちゃいます。